Number 12, what is the one value that makes the fraction undefined? Again, I want to look at the denominator only. I'm going to rewrite it though. I'm going to rewrite it so that I have the term with highest power, so x squared term in the front, and I have 4x plus 120x. I can collect like terms, 124x. Now I want to set this expression equal to 0, because that way the bottom of this fraction will become 0 and the fraction will be undefined. I'm going to, actually I'm going to factor this expression. I can take 4x out, so I have 11x in the front, and then the second term I can factor by 4, so that's 31 is equal to 0. Did I do this correctly? Factor 31. That's odd. 44x squared plus 4x plus 120x, 44x squared. I'm just checking my work to make sure that I did this correctly. And if I factor out 4, I have 11x plus 124 divided by 4 is 31. So in my case, x would be 0, or x would be negative 31 over 11. And none of these are in the answer. So I think there must be an error in the question, because the answer is x is equal to 0 or negative 31 over 11. It's possible that they forgot like a cube on top of the x here. That's very possible. We'll leave it at that. Okay, let's move on to question number 13. The cube of a number, so cube of a number, x is the number, minus twice its square, so minus twice its square is equal to 80 times that number. If the number is greater than 0, what is the number? Well, this can be solved easily by moving everything to one side first. And let's factor, common factor, x squared minus 2x minus 80. So give me two numbers and multiply to give you negative 80 and add to give you negative 2. Well, that's negative 10 and positive 8. And what is the number? So x can be 0, or x can be 10, or x can be negative 8. But remember that they're asking for a number greater than 0. So that's not it, and that's not it, and so the answer is 10. Number 14, 4 times the cube of a number. So 4 times cube of a number is equal to 48 times a number minus 4 times the square of that number. And again, the number is greater than 0. What is the number? I'm going to do the same thing. Move everything to one side. And then I'm going to factor this expression. I can factor by 4x. So I have x squared plus x minus 12 is equal to 0. Two numbers that multiply to give you negative 12 and add to give you positive 1. That's going to be plus 4 and minus 3. So the possible values of x are, for the first term it's 0, for the second term it's negative 4, for the third term it's positive 3. And again, since we're looking for x greater than 0, the answer is 3. Number 15, final question. The product of 3 consecutive positive integers. The product of 3 consecutive positive integers is equal to 56 more than the cube of the first integer. What is the largest of these integers? So let's just let the first integer be equal to x, then the second integer would be x plus 1, because they're consecutive, and the third integer would be x plus 2. They're saying the product of 3 consecutive integers, so product of x times x plus 1 times x plus 2 is equal to 56 more, so 56 more than the cube of the first integer. The first integer is x, so cube. I'm going to expand the brackets, and then I'm going to move everything to one side. I like to work with these brackets first. X squared plus 2x plus x plus 2 is equal to 56 plus x cubed. Now let's expand. So x cubed plus 2. Actually, here it's 3x. So that's going to be 3x times x is 3x squared plus 2x equal to 56 plus x cubed. And notice I have x cubed and x cubed, so they can cancel. And I'm going to move 56 over to the other side. So I have 3x squared plus 2x minus 56 is equal to 0. Okay, and here this one is a hard trinomial. So I have to first find two numbers that multiply to give you 3. I'm going to write it like this, 3 and 1. And I'm going to find two numbers that multiply to give you negative 56. So let's try negative 7 and 8. So you write it like this. And my method for doing this is cross and multiply. So 3 times 8, 24. 1 times negative 7, negative 7. Let's add. Negative 7 plus 24 is 17. Does that match this middle number here, 2? No, it doesn't. So that's not the right pair. So I'm going to try again. 3, 1. What two numbers multiply to give you negative 56? What about 4 and negative 14? Okay, that's 56, right? So let's cross and multiply. 1 times 4 is 4. 3 times negative 14 is negative 42. When I add them, I get negative 38. So that's not the answer either. So let's keep trying. These do take some time. So let's try. So 3, 1. And what two numbers multiply to give you negative 14? Actually, I like this pair, 4 and negative 14, but let's just switch the order. So instead of 4 on top, let's put negative 14 on top. Or 14 on top and negative 4 on the bottom. Right? They still multiply to give you negative 56. Cross and multiply. 3 times negative 4, negative 12. What's 14 minus 12? It's 2. That matches. That means our factoring x, 3x, you just write it like this. 3x plus 14 times x minus 4. That's equal to 0. So what's the value of x? Well, 3x plus 14 can be 0, which means that 3x is equal to negative 14. Divide both sides by 3. So x can be negative 14 over 3, but that's not one of our choices. So let's look at the second bracket. Well, that's simply 4. When x is equal to 4, this expression becomes 0. So the answer is B. There it is. 15 practice questions on factoring and multiplying polynomials. Thanks for watching.